The reason I want to kind of talk about this together with sort of like a virtual world is because sometimes it's an easier way to communicate ideas that may not be popular with our immediate circle of affiliation necessarily. Um, when I went to university, I found it was a lot easier for individuals to kind of branch out from what they might have understood to be their norm and try to understand or put on, as it were, different worldviews. So the internet's a great place for this too, because we don't necessarily have to change anything about our way of life, but it's almost like just engaging in different ways of thinking, and maybe it can just be a little bit non-threatening in that way. So I don't really have an age group for like a target audience yet. I've been mulling this over for a long time, and the furthest back that I can remember myself almost thinking about like existence and all those kind of big questions was in high school. I think it was grade 10. So, and it makes sense because it's usually the onset of puberty. And it's almost a time where, because we're going through all these rapid changes, we almost expect of ourselves more responsibility, and like we want to be like more aware of our independence and what adulthood can bring. So, um, so I want to say maybe my target audience could be, around 14 years of age onward. And I want to keep it that open-ended because like, we don't necessarily have a specific time where we can almost set aside to think about these questions growing like in the past, I assume, because this is kind of a new concept, and life has always been really busy and stressful anyway, that it's almost like a luxury to be able to set time aside to think about these questions to the end, right? Because if we don't have someone to think about it with us, then it's almost like, well, we're already limited in how we can think and how we can almost challenge our own traditional ways of thinking. So I'm going to leave it at that. I want to keep them kind of short, and well, hopefully I'll see you soon.